Is Pauline Hanson really Australia's Donald Trump?
I think Pauline Hanson will be very flattered with the comparison. She's certainly speaking the same kind of language. She is speaking. Her kind of plain speaking is resonating with a lot of voters, especially in the parts of Australia that aren't doing so well. But if she's Australia's version of Donald Trump, I'm not so sure. I mean, this is more about a Trump-style effect spreading throughout parts of Australia due to voters becoming more disenchanted. It's the same kind of effect we saw that helped elect Donald Trump in the US and led to the Brexit vote last year.
I mean, where is this disenchantment coming from? Because, you know, growing up, you kind of think this is a lucky country, we've got the AAA rating, we've managed to avoid recession. Where is that sentiment really coming from?
Well, it's two main factors. I mean, right now we're seeing Sydney and Melbourne driving 2/3 of the country's economic growth. At the turn of the decade, it was a much different story. We had Western Australia and Queensland driving the bulk of economic growth. That was thanks to a mining investment boom, a once-in-a-century mining investment boom. I mean, that's now over. And so a lot of people are doing it hard. And they're not feeling that kind of solid economic growth that we're seeing, that we keep hearing about in Australia, 25 years with no recession. But there's a second factor, and that's the state of Australian politics. There's been 7 years pretty much of infighting, leadership changes, and people are just sick of it, and they feel that these people are just governing for themselves. And I suppose if you want to use the words of Donald Trump, they think they're seeing kind of self-interested elites at the top who aren't doing much for them in regional Australia.
I mean, if we do see this move towards populism, what does it mean for the economy, for economic policies?
Well, the upshot is that more populism equals probably more infighting, more bitterness, and less action. And that's a bit of a worry when you're trying to fix a $37 billion budget deficit. S&P has already put Australia on warning, saying that the country could be a real risk of losing the AAA score. We'll find out probably in May when the Treasurer presents his next budget. But Malcolm Turnbull was even saying this morning in Sydney that we need to have a more mature economic conversation, which is all very nice, but who knows, it could be a case of too little, too late.